Hey yo guys, what's happening? It's your boy Araine TJ back again with another reaction video, and today we're gonna go over the last moments of DC rapper Swipey. If these names, bro, I don't even know, but yeah, we're gonna check it out, see what's up with it.
Brooks, who went by the stage name.
Also, if you're not subscribed, hit them a little subscribe, drop a like. It's that easy, gang. You know, like it's that easy, bro. That's all you gotta do to support
was shot
somebody.
Multiple times, not far from his mother's apartment. Corporal Harry Bond says investigators are looking for 4 to 5 suspects in connection to the Rising Stars murder.
Swipey, whose real name was Douglas Brooks, was gunned down outside a party at a family member's apartment in Suitland last August. His aunt and mother.
Even thanks. New information tonight in the murder of a promising local rapper. Police say now they have found 2 of the men connected to this crime, but the search is not over for others, not as of yet.
Now, Leon, there were rumors going on social media. Some were saying that Swipey's girlfriend could have been involved in it. Police say that it's absolutely not. Police say that it's suspect.
He was your neighbor-friendly superhood hero. He was humble.
And one thing he wanted to do, he wanted to take care of his family.
Washington, D.C. rapper Douglas Brooks, known under his alias Swipey, was on the rise as the next artist with the potential to make it big out of the DC area. His breakout tracks like Intro, which has accumulated over 5 million views on YouTube, set him on pace to build a fan base that was infatuated with his style and sound, incorporating his life through the ups and downs in the environment that molded him.
But that's just how I grew up. That's not something that I'm trying to portray or not. That's how I grew up.
Swipey.
Yeah, I'm Swipey, just being Swipey. If I'm gonna tell you, don't try to be something you're not. That's what I'm gonna tell the kids. Be yourself.
Be yourself. Swipey.
He came up around the culture of the streets with criminal elements, and although he himself became involved as he grew, music was his turning point to a better path and brighter future. The decision was definitely working in his favor, because he began getting recognition from many that appreciated his talents and craft. Swipey was doing music with popular Chicago rapper Lil Durk, collaborating on tracks like Celebrate. He would also be taken on tour with Lil Durk, where he performed in various states. His music was infectious, to the point where he was invited to perform on Good Morning Washington in June 2016. It appeared like his career was unstoppable, and this was his moment to achieve his dream, and achieve them he would if the fatal events didn't occur just a couple of months after. August 21st, 2016, Swipey attended a party at a family member's apartment complex in the 3600 block of Parkway Terrace Drive in Suitland, Maryland. Police reports state that this is where things would end horribly wrong. At approximately 1:07 a.m., Swipey was outside in the parking lot of the apartment having a conversation with the witness when the suspects arrived at the location in a light-colored 4-door SUV. According to witnesses on the scene, the suspect vehicle came down Parkway Terrace Drive, Suitland, Prince George's County, Maryland, and went around the roundabout at the end of the street. The vehicle then proceeded back up Parkway Terrace Drive, Suitland, Prince George's County, Maryland, and stopped near 3607 Parkway Terrace Drive, Suitland, Prince George County, Maryland. Witness stated 4 black male suspects then exited the vehicle and approached the decedent, aka Swipey, and the witness, who were still outside talking. The suspects began shooting at Swipey, striking him multiple times in the upper body. The 4 suspects then fled back to the light-colored 4-door SUV and fled down Parkway Terrace Drive towards Silver Hill Road, Suitland, Maryland. The timer was on to give Swipey any kind of hope of his life being saved. Witnesses on the scene got into action and called the Prince George's County Public Safety Communications, reporting the shooting. Upon their arrival, officers located Swipey suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the upper body. Prince George's County Fire, EMS paramedics, 826 responded to the scene and administered life-saving measures to the best they could, but it proved futile as it was met with negative results. Medic Hogan pronounced Swipey's passing at 1:20 a.m. On August 22, 2016, Dr. Stash with the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner performed the autopsy on Swipey. Dr. Stash ruled a homicide and the cause to be from multiple gunshot wounds. Prince George's County homicide and crime scene investigators responded to the scene the time of the shooting and began canvassing the area to collect physical evidence to track down the perpetrators. Information led them to believe that they were on a hunt for about 4 to 5 assailants.
Days after Douglas Brooks was gunned down on Parkway Terrace Drive, Prince George's police returned to the Suitland neighborhood to remind the community that a killer is still out there. Brooks, who went by the stage name Swipey, was shot multiple times not far from his mother's apartment. Corporal Harry Bond says investigators are looking for 4 to 5 suspects in connection to the Rising Stars murder.
Why did he even
A
kill him?
reward for up to $25,000 was offered for information leading to an arrest and indictment in the case, hoping to prompt anyone who may have leads to the suspect to come forward. The community was left with a hole in their heart, recalling the type of person Swipey was, and the frustration with the senseless assassination of young talent. His family and mother would be brought to tears reminiscing on the injustice done to her son.
He was your neighbor, friendly, super hood hero. He was humble.
And one thing he wanted to do, he wanted to take care of his family.
Months would pass and no updates on who were the suspects and if there were any leads to apprehend to face charges for their deeds. Rumors began circulating that Swipey's girlfriend had a hand to play in his passing, but police personnel soon dispelled those suspicions, leaving the public wondering who was responsible. Some began to lose hope, thinking Swipey's assassination would be another statistic that goes unsolved. But investigators didn't give up on justice for Swipey.
Could
And
really
in
just be
2017,
hate, bro.
good news came to the family, friends, and fans of the DMV.
Yeah, it could just be hate. Could just be somebody hating on him for real. Ain't that tragic, bro? It be people in your own city, bro.
Rapper. 2 suspects were arrested in connection with his assassination. 19-year-old Dante Michael Brewer of Southwest Washington and 18-year-old Deshaun Watkins. Supporters, friends, and family of the slain rapper were delighted to hear of the updates that the 2 responsible for his passing were apprehended, and it was evident in the overwhelming response to the news.
You talk about this promising young rapper. Well, when I tweeted out news of these arrests, the response to my tweet has been overwhelming. This guy had a lot of support.
Reports of how the 2 were apprehended show how unremorseful and ruthless they are. Dante Brewer was linked to the scene by a GPS tracking device he was wearing under court order from a previous case, which means he didn't care that he was already under monitoring by the law for another crime. According to the official police reports, the GPS information revealed that the defendant arrived on the scene at 12:58 a.m. and then fled the scene at 1:05 a.m. at a high rate of speed. This speed and distance traveled in such a short period of time was confirmed to be consistent with being inside a vehicle. The ankle monitor also shows that the defendant committed a roundabout before coming to rest at 3607 Parkway Terrace Drive, Suitland, Prince George's County, Maryland, which corroborates information obtained by witnesses on the scene. Detectives also recovered surveillance footage in the area of the crime, which shows a light-colored 4-door SUV fleeing the area of the crime scene at 1:05 a.m. Detectives were able to confirm through the court services and offender supervision agency that the defendant, Dante Brewer, provided T-Mobile's cellular number. On September 7th, 2016, a court-ordered search and seizure warrant was obtained and served to T-Mobile for cellular number 202-696-0731. Cellular phone records revealed that the cell phone number 202-696-0731 was in communication with cellular number 757-613-1188, which has been identified to be associated with co-defendant Deshaun Watkins approximately 20 minutes prior to the homicide. Cell phone records show that both devices leave Washington, D.C. and arrive in close proximity to 3607 Parkway Terrace Drive, Suitland, Prince George County, Maryland, at the time of the homicide of Douglas Myron Brooks. According to the cellular records, both cell phones flee the area together back into Washington, D.C. moments after the homicide. The second suspect, Deshaun Watkins, was linked to the case according to the police after he was arrested in the fall in the district. According to police reports, police found him in possession of a gun that was linked by ballistic evidence to the shooting in which Brooks succumbed to his injuries. The arrest in the district followed an alleged argument on October 31st on a school bus between Watkins and a female student, in which Watkins reportedly flashed a gun that police said they later recovered near his home. Official reports further break down the assessment that led them to Watkins. On October 31st, documents state that co-defendant Watkins was arrested in Washington, D.C. on unrelated charges. As a result of the arrest and subsequent investigation conducted by the Metropolitan Police Department, a black and silver Smith & Wesson 9mm handgun with serial number PDX1369 was recovered. On December 6, 2016, Prince George's County Firearm Examination Unit confirmed that some of the ballistic evidence recovered from the scene on August 21, 2016 at 3607 Parkway Terrace, Suitland, Prince George's County, Maryland, was fired by the Smith & Wesson 9mm handgun serial number PDX1369 that was recovered during the arrest of the defendant in Washington, D.C. With both suspects in cuffs and behind bars, and Deshaun Watkins were charged for the hit and assault in the first degree, use of a firearm by a felon in the commission of a crime, assault in the second degree, and possession of a handgun. Both are facing a lengthy time behind bars if found guilty. Later in 2017, 2 more suspects were apprehended, Carlos Green and Mandel Green, and indicted in the circuit court for Prince George's County for the hit of Douglas Brooks, aka Swipey. Justice seemed like it was about to be served, but according to documents, for various reasons, each case was continued multiple times, and on the final trial date for each prospective appellee, the state entered a noli prosequi as to all charges, which is basically the prosecutor or plaintiff deciding to abandon the prosecution. However, it is not an acquittal, so the defendants may later be re-indicted on the same charges. On June 11, 2019, appellees were again indicted for the hit on Brooks, aka Swipey. In the second set of cases, the 4 original co-defendants, as well as an additional defendant, Kevin Baldwin, were identified as co-conspirators. The name, Kevin Baldwin, was a shocking twist because he was the manager of Swipey and the CEO of the label Swipey was signed to, Men of Principles. According to court documents, it turned out Kevin Baldwin's cell phone was reanalyzed, and text messages that made several contacts to assailant suspect Mandel Green before and after Swipey's hit was discovered. Court documents further state that appellees, respectively, filed motions to dismiss the charges, and following a joint hearing where appellees argued for dismissal of their charges, the circuit court granted the motion and dismissed all charges with prejudice. The judge agreed with the appellee's claim, stating that to hold persons upwards of 3 years having their cases null prost, only to be charged and incarcerated again on repeat, wasn't fair, as it's the defense's delay which added to the back and forth. Green was additionally charged with felon in possession and transported to the 7th District of Processing. In addition to Carlos Green's arrest, it was discovered that on February 6, 2021, one of the suspects, Deshaun Watkins, was shot and killed in the 4800 block of Benning Road Southeast, according to DC Police. Hopefully Swipey's case doesn't get buried in the past and justice leads to conviction of all involved in taking the talented youngster's life. Swipey, the 3.9 GPA high school graduate, had a scholarship to Morgan State University, but decided music was his passion and chose to follow his dreams.
Serious from the jump. Look, our first time we graduated high school, Susan Middle School, right on 37th Street. Boom. Graduated. We go straight to the studio for the first time, official studio. Slim, that feeling, we was in that turn. First time, shit felt good. I was like, yeah, this is where I want to be at. This is what I want to do.
It was right within reach, but a robbery gone wrong, as investigators call the events of this hit, stole the future awaiting in his destiny. His little brother, Baby Swipey, is continuing his legacy following the path of the music industry himself, as he has the talent which his brother was also blessed with. Rest in peace, Swipey.
Crazy, bro. Yeah, R.I.P. Swipey, bro. A robbery gone wrong, man. Just somebody trying to go make some music, bro. Ain't that crazy, bro? In your own city. Anyways, gang, thanks for watching today's video. Thanks for rocking with me. You know, if you like my drawings to the side, then, you know, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Like I said, it's that easy. Watch. Bam, hit the subscribe. Bam, hit the like. Just like that. This ain't even the video we just watched, but still, it's that easy, gang. You see what I'm saying? So, thank you. And until the next video, I'm going to see y'all later. You know what I mean? I said that kind of wrong, but You know what I mean.